Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and as you can see from the title, it's gonna be a hair tutorial today where we are gonna go from this hair look to this. As you can see from the title, I'm going to use a hair straightener to get the curls in. Yes, a hair straightener. Once you learn the trick on how to use a straightener to get the curls, you're never going to go back to using a curling iron. And trust me on that when we use a hair straightener to do our curls, they last a bit longer. At the same time, because the purpose of a hair straightener is to have a sleek, straight hair, it adds a bit of shine and they look so much more professionally done. Since the time I learned this trick, I have realized that I can easily do my curls within like 5 to 10 minutes of time. So even if I'm in a rush and I want to look that I did some effort on my hair, I do these curls because they are so fast and easy, which you're gonna learn in this tutorial. So without wasting any further time, let's get started. I wanted to tell you a couple of things. The first and the most important thing is whenever we are using a heating tool, we are kind of causing a damage to our hair because all the heating tools are on such a high heat, we are kinda burning our hair. So make sure to not use any of such devices directly on your bare hair. Rather protect them with some kind of a heat protectant for sure. Like never forget this step. Make sure to always put some kind of a heat protectant cream or a spray before you put any kind of heating tool on your hair. Also, I would recommend not using heating tools very often because even if you put a protective layer, still it is slowly causing some kind of damage to your hair. So I would say minimize your use of the heating tools to maybe once or twice a week maximum, so don't cause too much damage to your hair. Too much use of heating tools can cause split ends, dryness, breakage, and many other issues. So make sure to keep this in mind. So the kind of heat resistant that I'll be using in this video is from Briogeo. This is one of my favorite lines from Briogeo. I actually use their shampoo and conditioner as well, and I really like it. So this one is Briogeo Farewell Frizz, and it's a heat protectant cream. Okay, so the next thing and the most important thing is what kind of a hair straightener we are gonna use for this kind of a curling tutorial, right? I would recommend something like this. So the things to observe for this kind of a straightener is firstly, the straightening iron itself is very thin. It's not like a thick plate, it's a very thin plate. Reason being, we want to have a lighter and a thinner plate so that we can actually roll it around and form a curl. If it is a really big plate, then it's not gonna do that curling motion to our hair and they might not get the same effect which we are gonna get it with this kind of plates. Another thing to observe here is that the edges here are rounder. They are not flat, they are actually round, if you see, right? The reason that we should use this kind of a straightening rod is this actually helps in forming the curl, and you will see in the tutorial in few minutes how. But please remember to have such kind of a straightener where you have this kind of turning circular edges. All right, okay. So before I plug my straightener to actually do the curl, I'm gonna first show how to do the curl, the technique that we are gonna follow, and then we are gonna start with the actual tutorial. Okay, so here is my straightener. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take a very small section of your hair, and it depends how big the section should be, depends on what kind of a curl you're looking for. Like, do you want a tight curl or a loose curl? I would anyway recommend to not take more than this much so that we can have a better curl shape on our hair. And depending on how the curl is being formed, you can increase or decrease the sections and the number of hair that you're using. So I have taken this much. I'm gonna brush it out, something like that. And what we are gonna do is take your straightener, put it like this, something like this, right? Then what you do is you take this hair and wrap it around once so it falls like this. Okay, I do take this hair, wrap it around once, and then you leave the hair and wrap it around backwards. So you see something like this. Make sure the hair is on the heating part of the straightener. One more time. I take my hair like this. I'm gonna wrap it around and then rotate the straightener so that the hair goes back. So technically we are doing 2 rounds, right? And then don't hold it too tight and try to bring it down, slide it down like this, and it's gonna form a curl. Now let's plug this in and try. So before I use the heating iron on my hair, I'm gonna use the heat protectant. So just take a generous amount, just rub it in your palm and put it on your hair. So I'm gonna show you this side of the hair first. So I'm just trying to make sure to put it more on the bottom, because this is the part which gets damaged very easy. So something, okay, so now that we have the heat protectant in, let's start with the curl. So I have my straightener on the highest setting. I don't know if you guys can see. It is on 410. That's the max that it can go, and it's going to be extremely hot. But I wouldn't recommend you guys to do this the first time you're going to try, because there might be goof ups and you don't want to burn your hair. So maybe first try even like without any heat. Just make sure that you're comfortable with the technique that I showed, and only then try it on some heat setting, and don't put it on the highest setting the first time you're going to try it, just to be safe. Okay, so as I mentioned, take a small section of the hair like this, and I'm gonna brush it out one more time. Now the same thing that I showed, you're gonna put it as high as possible on the crown, rotate the hair once, and then twist your straightener back. So there are 2 rounds, right? At this point there are 2 rounds. Now slowly we are gonna slide our hair down. Don't be like extremely fast, because then the curl won't be formed, but don't stop at one place like for a long time, because it's gonna burn your hair. So as you can see, there was a beautiful curl formed at the bottom, right? And that is what I'm looking for. On the top, I would like, it's not my favorite thing to have something like this on the top. So once we are done, we can always change things around and do the straightening one more time on the top, just so we don't end up with this kind of area at the top, but we'll get to that. So similar way, I'm gonna take another section so that you guys can take a look one more time. You can actually reduce it as well, something like that. And then I'm gonna brush it out, right, like this. Again, the same thing, go as high as possible, wrap it around, and then twist the straightener. Once you have that, then try to pull your hair down. It should be very gentle, and don't be like extremely fast or extremely slow, okay? So, and as you can see, another tip to remember here is, just in case you don't like the curl the first time, don't go over it again the same moment, because your hair is extremely hot at this point. So there's more chances of burning your hair. In case you don't like a particular section and the curl formed, you can always come back to it once the hair cools down, okay? So I pretty much like this. So as you can see, the curl is being formed at the bottom, and it's a beautiful curl, right? So I'm going to show some of the curls on this side as well, just so you get the idea. So again, don't forget the heat protectant. Rub it on your and brush it out, something like that. And then take a small section like how I did on the other side, brush it out, and again the same thing. So we are gonna go as high as possible, like here, wrap it around, twist the straightener, and then pull it down. Pull it down. Be very gentle, don't be super fast, don't be super slow, so that you don't break your hair. And as you can see, the curl is being formed, and we are going to come back and loosen them up, but right now all we are trying to do is curl all of the section of the hair. So again I'm going to do little by little. So I took another section, brush it, make sure as much on the top as possible, rotate your straightener the top as possible, rotate your straightener and pull it down, and you keep curls, and your curls keep falling in place. Right? So I am gonna follow the same technique on the rest of the hair off camera and be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back and I did the curls on all my hair using the same technique, and now as you can see we do have some of the waves formed on this area of the hair as well. The reason being the motion that we used to do the curl at the bottom, it actually affected this area as well, which is a very quick fix. What we can do is with the same straightening iron, we can just move it around wherever we feel that we again want the same straight look. So just take small sections, don't go till the bottom, only do it on the top till this part and just leave it, right? So it again comes back to the same state. And same goes for this section as well. Just move it around like this and remove, so that you are not affecting the curl, but here you have those straight hair which you want, right? So that's the advantage with the straightening iron, because in case you feel that you want some straighted sections, then you're gonna use the same device and you can achieve both the effect on your hair with the same tool. So again, I'm just gonna keep doing it a couple of times until I get it to my satisfaction level. So as you can see now, on the top I still have those straight sections, while at the bottom I have perfect curls. So I usually don't like move them around or I brush them, because as the day goes by anyway the curl will get a bit looser. But at the same time, if you like, you can just brush your hands around so that it looks a bit, so that it looks a bit effortless, something like that. And see how beautiful the hair is looking. Okay guys, so here is the completed look, and as you can see it looks so professionally done and pretty. And trust me, once you get a hang of it, you'll realize that you're able to do these curls in like 5-10 minutes. And it's, I personally feel that these kind of curls last longer on my hair. I usually do it maybe once mid of the week, and I see that these are there even till my next wash. So I hope you find this video helpful. If you did, then please like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. Please let me know if I should do more of such videos in the future. Until next time, bye guys.